Hi everybody, David Thexton here from ConsultX and welcome to this week's podcast, Everything Business Consulting, a weekly podcast all about business consulting where we talk about many different topics and interview really interesting people from our global network. If you want to be or are a business consultant already, this is the podcast for you. Today's podcast is all about what type of businesses should I target and when. So this week we're going to examine what type of business you should target when you start your consulting business. Now you've heard us say many times that ConsultX works with any size and type of business, and that's 100% correct. However, I want us to examine some other startup tactics that may get you a really fast start. Before we delve into this, let's just review a range of strategies that people have used in our global network over the years. All these strategies work. You just need to decide which one feels the best for you. The first one is a close geographical strategy. Second one, specific business type. Third one, closely connected business group. Fourth one, clients in an accounting firm. Fifth one, big businesses. And the sixth one, shotgun approach, or all strategies combined. So starting at the first one, close geographical. This is where you decide on a business area close to where you live that has many businesses clustered together that fit our target prospect. These are usually family or privately owned businesses that are over US $1 million in annual revenue. So I want to stop there for a second because there's been a lot of talk in the network about this. You can have small businesses that are startups that have got zero revenue. You can have businesses that are $500,000 US in revenue or even smaller, but they've only been going for 12 months and they're growing at 45 degrees on a growth graph. So don't get too bogged down in that. When we say $1 million US, which we know is 700,000 New Zealand or 600,000 Australian, and the UK would probably be, I think it's half and half roughly, it'd be something like £500,000 or something like that. Really, there is no limit to how many businesses and what size you can actually take on. This is just an indication. I suppose the important thing is that they need to be able to pay your fees, so you need to consider that. Anyway, now sometimes smaller high growth businesses or startups can make good clients as well. The objective is to own these areas, going back to the geographical, become the mayor of the area or the small town. Well, how do you do this? Well, we suggest that you start by visiting every business owner and booking the first meeting, which we call the discovery meeting. You may get a success rate of between 10 and 40% of arranging that meeting from a walk-in visit. Now, the rest of the people go into your marketing funnel, and you then start your campaign to become the mayor of business consulting in this particular area by sending out a monthly post office box mailer, I think they call them that around the world, covering different angle every single month on business problems. You email them newsletters because you will have collected their business cards and their brochures and those sorts of things when you were walking around. You'll be sending out vouchers, mailers, you'll be holding seminars in the area. You might get 20 or 30 business owners together. You sign write your car that it can be seen every day. That is a license to print money. I tell you, up and down, parked outside clients, talking to people. So your car is seen every day, and it's like a little mini billboard. Of course, you start breakfast groups and dinner groups, and you set up your PSG group, which is professional services group, where you get together lawyers, accountants, one lawyer, one accountant, an HR person, a sign writer, all those sorts of people together, and they will bring referrals to every month. So really, you want to be extremely visible, and you want to project the message that you're there to help them to build a better business. You must be very active, of course, and we discussed this in last week's podcast. Remember, activity equals results. Now, over a 3-month period, you'll have established yourself as an expert in your field, and you'll become you'll have prospects coming to you because they all talk to each other. They see your car, you are local to them, and are a part of the business community. Now, please continue to make drop-in visits on a regular basis to keep your visibility at a high level. Business owners seem to go through an emotional/financial cycle. You just need to be visible when they go through a low cycle and they will call you. Specific business types. Now, people like you come to our network from all types of experience backgrounds. Many have expertise gained over the years, so this means that you could start your consulting business specializing in one area, the area that you have experience in and are familiar with. This would of course mean that your clients would be spread out a bit, maybe in other towns or cities, but the upside would be that your confidence level would be through the roof. We have the system, the ConsultX system, and you have the industry knowledge, and that would give you a big kickstart to your new business. Over time, you would naturally include other business types as you attracted referrals from your clients and elsewhere. And remember that we operate in complete confidentiality, and we never talk to any client about who our other clients are. Using this strategy, you would very quickly become an absolute expert in your field, and this would show in all the work that you do with your clients. They'd be really impressed, and they would stick to you like glue for the long term. There are many examples of consultants who specialise in one industry. One that comes to mind is Rob Nixon in Australia, who has dozens and dozens of accountants as clients. He is not a part of our network, but we know of him from our time in Australia. He helps accountants improve their businesses and is very highly regarded in this industry. You could do the same in other industries. We'll just stop for a quick break and be back in about a minute.
Have you ever thought about using your past business or corporate experience to help others in business by becoming a business consultant, coach, or advisor? If so, there's an opportunity to enter the world of business consulting with a complete system ready for you to run with called ConsultX. If you're a business consultant, coach, or advisor, or interested in becoming one, then you should check out ConsultX. ConsultX is an online consulting program that helps an engaged community of like-minded people. So all the training, tools, and support that you need to become a successful business consultant are ready for you when and how you want to consume them, all in one place. Find out more now by visiting consultx.com/fire. That's consultx.com/fire. You can also check out their podcast, Everything Business Consulting, to help you get started.
A closely connected business group. Another strategy is to get entrenched into a group like a franchise, a buying group, a cooperative, a chain of stores, etc. The common theme is that they all do the same thing but in different areas. They may not have internally within their business a consultant like you who could work with each individual operator to improve the profits, growth and value of each of the business units. We've seen this in operation in Australia within a franchise operation who had 90 franchises spread across the country. All of them needed to increase the profit, growth and value of each business, but head office did not have the tools or the personnel that we have. Similar to the specific business type example we discussed before, you could or would be spread out into other towns and cities, but if the business was really lucrative, who cares if you have to travel around a little bit? Clients in an accounting firm. You could negotiate an arrangement to mine or share the clients of an accounting firm. This would be a two-way benefit as you would get access to the clients being recommended by the accountant and they would get access to your clients to become a client of theirs. They would become his accountant or their accountant. In some situations, a cross-fee sharing system could be negotiated. We've seen this in operation in previous years and it worked really well. And this particular gentleman I'm thinking of was referred at least a client a month was being referred from the accounting firm. Now you could even work in their office and you could be part of their team. Accounting firms around the world today are looking to get involved in business consulting like the systems that we use. Big businesses. Now, the ConsultX program works in any type or size of business. Some of our people choose to only prospect for big businesses because they believe that although the conversion ratio is at the low end, they only want to work with larger businesses, and of course that's fine. Now, of course, the fees are larger too, and the relationships can be long-term if managed properly. When you look at larger companies, I've never been to a company where it's had written on the door, Jim Smith, Manager of Profit, Growth and Value. Now that's the job of the CEO or maybe the managing director, but nobody does that. Everybody's running around like headless chooks, doing the jobs that they do on a day-to-day basis. It can take some time to land larger clients because you might have to work your way through layers of management to get to the decision maker, or you might have to sell the concept to a board of directors and the chairman. But it can be very rewarding and provide you with a long-term client relationship. And the last one here is the shotgun approach, or all strategies combined. So not doing any specific of the strategies we've just spoken about is another strategy, like a shotgun strategy, where you prospect a variety of business types in all areas and sizes. Some people like this and they go in all directions and they do very, very well. You know that ConsultX works in any business type and size, so they just follow the leads and referrals to every kind of business, because they're all connected, but they're all different types of businesses. I do not think any one of the strategies that we've just spoken about is any better than another, and it's totally up to you which ones you are more comfortable with and which one you believe suits you the best. I think that you'll get much more success in this profession if you are comfortable when prospecting. So maybe you start with one strategy and then expand out as time progresses and you get more comfortable in the consulting profession.
If you're a business consultant, coach, or advisor, or interested in becoming one, then you should check out the ConsultX Business Success Program. Find out more today by visiting consultx.com/fire, and be sure to subscribe to their podcast, Everything Business Consulting.